right, so keep a pillow close by. We're actually going to use that right away and depend on it quite a bit. So I just have an old couch pillow that's seen better days, but it's perfect for just lifting the hips up a little bit, and we'll use it at the end of practice as well. So go ahead and snuggle that bad boy underneath your hips, and we'll start in a cross-legged seat. Hands can come wherever is comfortable, so knees, thighs, in your lap. In today's practice, we're really just going to slow down the nervous system. So we'll focus on some low grounding postures and also try to slow down our breath or extend our exhales and our inhales. So we'll start that together. Go ahead and close the eyes or soften the gaze, your choice. And as always, let's just notice what's going on in the physical body first. So if the shoulders kind of feel slouching forward, or you already feel kind of like you're hunching over, let's sit up tall. And we do that by lifting the heart slightly and reaching the crown up, up, up towards the sky. Shoulder blades draw in and together. So now that the spine is lengthened, do a quick survey of the body, the hips, everything that's on the floor, the feet. Bring your awareness through the midline, the mid-back, shoulders, up through the neck. Now noticing the features of the face. Soften through the forehead, the jaw. And let's wash that off with one inhale in, big and deep. And exhale, let that go through the mouth or through the nose. All right, we'll continue with slow inhales through the nose. Filling up the belly and exhaling out through the mouth or through the nose. Just seeing if you can lengthen those a little longer. Sitting up tall. And now we'll introduce, a pause in between the inhale and the exhale. So we'll do this pretty gently here, so no need to hold the breath or feel like if you can't breathe or something, please don't hold your breath that long. So we'll just inhale and then pause at the top, exhale, and then we'll pause, hold at the bottom. So when you're ready, let's take a big inhale in through the nose. Fill up the belly as much as you can. Pause. And exhale, release slowly, exhaling. And let's pause at the bottom, navel drawing in. Inhaling, fill up the belly. Pause at the top. Exhale, release. A few more rounds, inhaling in. Pausing at the top. And exhaling, release. Think of this like a tidal wave. Inhaling. And you pause, you crest. And exhale, slowly release. Pause at the bottom. One more round. Inhale nice and slow. Make sure you're still sitting up tall. Pause. And exhale. Let's let that go. Open the eyes. So whichever leg's in front, we're going to move that out just slightly. So give yourself lots of space. And we'll inhale, reach the arms up by our ears. And then exhale, fold over the legs, walking the hands out in front. And you can come onto the palms or the fingertips here. And then release the chin in towards the chest, rounding through the upper back body. Let's continue to check in now that we've tuned in a little bit more. Continuing with those slow, even breaths. Continuing to close the eyes or soften the gaze if that's comfortable. And let's walk our hands over towards the left side, stretching out the right side body. Big inhale. And on the exhale, we'll walk the hands, the fingers back over towards the right. Fill up the belly. And on your exhale, we'll walk it back to center. Nice and slow, walk the hands back, rolling up, stacking up through the spine. And then we'll walk the fingertips behind us, lifting the heart once again, maybe looking up slightly. And we'll let that go. Now switching the opposite foot in front, bringing in the foot that was in front towards your body. And repeating that same sequence here. So inhaling to reach all the way up. And exhale, folding over the legs, any amount. Chin drops in towards our chest. And we'll stay here. Visit with ourselves just for a moment. So check in now with your energetic body. How's it going? How are you feeling emotionally? A little hectic, maybe a little bored. That's okay. Breathe that in. And on the exhale, let's walk the hands over towards the left. Inhale in. And exhale, walking all the way towards the right. Inhale in. And exhale, walking back to center. And slowly rolling up, sliding the hands back towards yourself. Sitting up and walking our fingertips around and behind. Heart lifts, chin lifts slightly. And we'll let that go. If this is the weird leg that's in front that kind of makes you feel off center, you can switch those back now. And return to that cross-legged seat. Left hand's going to come down to the mat beside you or fingertips, and we'll reach the right arm up and over for side body stretch. Big inhale. And then release that on the exhale, coming all the way through, and then inhale on the left body stretch. So right hand comes down, left hand overhead, big inhale in, and then exhale, we'll cartwheel the hands over. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel. We'll keep this going back and forth. Inhale on the lean, exhale on the cartwheel. So follow your own breath here. It's going to look different from mine. You can find some soft pulses on the side if that feels good. Do a few more on your own. All right, let's let that go. We're going to come to face either side of our end of our mat. So we'll come with the feet out long. Keep your pillow by your side. If you want to set it off to the side, you can. I'm going to keep mine underneath to lift the hips for a little bit more restorative practice. Right leg's going to come up and in. And we're going to focus on some reflexology here. So just take the hands to the foot and just kind of press around with the thumbs. So start with maybe the toe mounds, move to the arch, and then to the heel. Layer in your breath and sit up tall, shoulders back. Move up through the ankle. And now take the thumbs to the calf muscle, giving your thumbs a press into that calf muscle. Just see how that feels. Normally that's where we hold a lot of tension. All right, we'll walk the fingers back down the foot. All right, if you haven't done so already, we'll let that go. We're going to flex through the left foot, square our hips towards that left leg. Get comfortable with that right leg, walking it out as much as feels comfortable. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up by the ears. And then exhale, we're going to forward fold over the left leg. Knee can bend. I like to bend my knee here and set my forehead on it, so you can bend it any amount. Or you can leave it out long if you're needing a deeper stretch. Wherever you are, let the shoulders roll forward, the skin of the face relax, the muscles of the face relax. And return to those ocean-like breaths that we started our practice with. All right, on your next exhale, press through the sole of the left foot and begin to slowly slide the hands up so that you stack up through the spine again. And we'll fold that right knee up, walking it in towards our hips. Continuing to flex through the left foot, so toes up towards the ceiling. And then we'll take the left hand to the right knee and walk the right hand behind, looking past our right shoulder. Big breath in, stacking up through the spine. And exhale, see if the right shoulder can come back a little further. Big inhale in again. And exhale, unwind. We'll send the right foot out to meet the left. This time, inhaling, reaching the hands all the way up, and then exhaling, forward fold over both legs. Knees can bend as much as you need. Hands can come to the feet, the tops of the legs, or the sides. Chin is tucking in towards our chest. And just imagine something maybe rolling off your back here. Just let something go. One more deep breath in. And exhale, palms come down by our sides, and we slowly slide them back towards the hips. Moving in towards our second side. So left foot's now going to come in, sole of the foot towards the inner right thigh. Our right toes are flexed back towards our shin. And then we'll do our little massage on this side, pressing into our foot with our thumbs. No big gesture here. It's not full on kind of foot massage. You're just kind of kneading it almost. So kneading the mounds of the toes, moving to the arch. Heart lifted, shoulders back to the heels. Then the ankle. And then all the way up to the calf. All right, let's let that go. And now square our hips up, so tuck that right hip back in space. Walk that left foot and left leg out any amount. We'll inhale, reach up, toes up towards the sky, hands up towards the sky. And then exhale, bending through that right knee, forward fold. Take it nice and slow. See if even here you can shift your right hip up and back and your left hip forward and see if that helps set the posture a little easier for you. And on your next exhale, hands come down by the foot and they slide all the way up towards the hips. We'll hug that left knee up and in, giving yourself plenty of space between the right leg and the left foot. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left fingertips come behind. We look behind, look away. See if you can breathe so deep here down into your belly that it presses against your thigh. One more breath. And exhale, unwind. Press that left foot out towards the right, toes flexing back, hands reach up and cascade over the legs, bending through the knees, forward fold once again. If you've lost your breath, bring it back to your awareness. One last deep breath in this posture. And exhale, sliding the hands back. Right, from here, our hands are going to come down by our sides, planted firmly, or you can come on to the fingertips. This is staff pose, so repeating that flexing of the feet up towards the sky, or the toes up towards the sky, shoulders reach back, heart lifts, chin is parallel to the earth. So this is called staff or stick pose for the shape of our spine in this position. Not easy by any means. We'll bend through the right leg, plant the right foot on the floor, bend through the left leg, do the same with the left. Walk the hands back slightly, walk the feet slightly wider than they are now, and then we'll begin to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Added bonus foot massage here on the ground if you press into the feet while you rock them back and forth. Keep the chest lifted, chin can lift. All right, we'll stop that motion, plant those feet back down, keep the hands in slightly behind your shoulders, and we'll press into the feet to lift the hips up. Bet you hadn't been here in a minute. Crab posture. Head can drop back, chin lifts. We'll be here for one breath. Press into all four corners of both feet, all 10 fingertips. And exhale, let the hips drop. We'll send the feet out long. We'll repeat this one last time. Keep the hands drawn under the shoulders. This time we'll keep the legs straight for incline plane. So press into the heels, lift the hips up any amount, you got it. Chin lifts, chest lifts, and then exhale, let the hips draw down towards the ground. Let's come forward onto all fours. You can move your pillow now out of the way. And we'll send the big toes together, knees out wide, sit the hips back for extended child's pose. So we'll walk the hands forward. You can bring the forehead towards the ground. Always the option to bring that pillow back underneath your forehead or stack the palms into fists. And we'll find some gentle movement here, rocking onto each ear. And you can linger on either side. So my right shoulder is pretty tight today, so I'm going to stay on my right ear a little bit longer. You choose your journey. And we'll stay here a couple more breaths, either rocking through the forehead or finding stillness. See if you can let your heart sink a little deeper. And then when you're ready, we'll press into the palms, look forward, and begin to lift the hips up. Let's walk the knees underneath our hips, wrists underneath the shoulders, coming into cat-cow, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, lift the hips. Exhaling, rounding through. Chest draws up, hips tuck under. So you can follow your breath here, inhaling to dip the belly down, exhaling to round through, or you can hang out in cat or cow. Do a couple more rounds, a couple more breaths if you're hanging out in one of them. All right, we'll come back to neutral spine, tucking the chin. Drop the elbows right where the hands are. Hands come out parallel. Hands and arms are parallel to one another. And then we'll start to walk the knees back. Head can come down towards the ground. Big shoulder opener, heart opener. Toes can stay curled under. I like to keep mine curled under for a little bit more stability, or you can come to tops of the feet down on the ground. Heart to earth pose. Use your breath to really get the most out of the stretch in the upper back body. So when you breathe in, feel the back body expand, lungs expand. One more breath here. Make it count. And on the exhale, press into the elbows, the palms, shift the hips and shoulders forward, sliding in the home base. Let's bring the elbows out wide, palms come stacked on one another. We'll release the forehead down towards our palms. Getting situated on our mat. Maybe walking the knees back so the hips are touching down. For alligator belly. So inhale here, feel the belly expand, pressing against your mat. You might shake the hips out a little left and right. Let's return to a couple of those breath cycles, inhaling through the nose, pausing at the top, exhaling, release, pausing at the bottom. Inhaling, fill the belly, pause at the top. Exhale, let it go. All right, from here, fingertips are going to come out by our shoulders. So fingertips down, elbows up towards the sky. It's going to look a little funky. Chin is tucked in towards the chest, so don't crunch in the back of the neck, lifting the chin up. We're going to press into the fingertips, press into the tops of the feet to come up. Shoulders lift, head lifts slightly for 4, King Cobra. So we'll wave the spine here, inhaling to lift up, lift off, exhaling, forehead draws down. Inhaling to lift up, pressing into the fingertips, exhaling to roll down. One more time, and next time, release the forehead down. We'll bring the the elbows underneath the shoulders now, lifting up into Sphinx. So arms are parallel once again. From here, we're going to walk our left hand parallel to the top of our mat. So kind of like this, like a right angle, I guess. I'm not a math person, but there you go. Shift over onto your left hip. Walk your left elbow just slightly in front of your left shoulder. We're going to stack the feet one on top of the other. Repeat that flex of the toes back towards the shins. And then we're going to press into our elbow and lift the hips up any amount. Right hand comes to the hip for a side plank. Didn't expect that, I'm sure. And we'll exhale, release the hips down. All right, from here, keep the arm where it is. We're going to step our right foot in towards our hip. And then we're going to spin our left leg around, left sole of the foot down towards the ground or heel on the ground. Take a deep breath in. We're getting situated here, preparing for a mini wild thing. So making sure that your left elbow is stable underneath your shoulder. We'll inhale to press into that right foot, lift the hips, arm lifts overhead, right arm lifts behind us, press into the sole of that left foot. You got it. And exhale, release, coming back. Let's return to alligator, flipping onto our bellies, hands underneath our forehead. And let's shake it out. Maybe shaking the forehead back and forth or rocking the forehead back and forth. All right, we'll switch, going on to the opposite side now. So let's rinse out through the spine, bringing our fingertips back outside of our mat, elbows lifted. Inhale, King Cobra or King Cobra Prep. I'll do that a couple more times. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to roll back down. Elbows come underneath the shoulders. We press up into Sphinx. Right arm's going to turn towards your body, becoming parallel with the top of the mat. Shift over onto your right hip. Feet are stacked, toes are flexed towards our shin. Left hand comes to the left hip. Walk your shoulder slightly in front of your shoulder. Walk your elbow slightly in front of your shoulder. And then lift the hips up off the ground, side plank. Deep breath here. You are strong, hold your core. And exhale, release the hips down. Left leg bends, we plant the left foot behind our left glute. We come onto the right heel of the foot. Inhale to lift the hips up, reach the left hand back now. Heart opens, big inhale, you got it. Right foot can plant down. And then exhale, release, slowly unwind. Let's come onto our backs now. Letting that go. And bring our knees into our chest, rocking back and forth. Maybe using the hands on the knees to draw big circles. An invitation to close the eyes here. We'll start cooling the body back down. Right, feet drop down to the mat. We'll press into the soles of the feet. Shift the hips over towards the right. Let the knees stack one on top of the other, falling to the left. Arms can open wide in a T shape or come into cactus arms with the elbows bent. Option here to look past your right shoulder. Notice if you tensed up after those last couple postures. See if you can cue the body to start relaxing again, softening the muscles of the face, the jaw. Let the shoulders be heavy, hips be heavy. All right, to come out of this, we'll bring the knees back up to center. Hands can come back by our sides. We'll press into the feet, shift our hips over towards the right, knees stack and fall over towards, hips go over towards the left, knees stack on top of each other towards the right. Arms can open wide. Got a little too relaxed there. All right, we'll come out of this posture, bringing soles of the feet back to the ground, shifting our hips towards the midline. Grab your pillow, wherever it might be. You can sit up here gently. We're going to bring the pillow behind our lower ribs. So if you have a couch pillow, you want to place it, the end of it, right below where your ribs end. And then come onto the elbows and walk the upper back body down onto your pillow, nice and slow. Send the legs out long. Hands come by your sides, palms face up. Relax the ankles. Let the toes and the ankles relax and fall towards the sides. Bring your awareness to the gentle lift in your sternum, your chest. If your shoulders are feeling a little too close to your ears or feeling a little crunched up there, walk the shoulder blades down the back body. We'll be here for 1 whole minute. We can do it. When you're ready, bring a deep inhale back into the belly. Let the feet, the hands begin to move. And take your time coming onto your favorite side, either side. And we'll press back up into a seat. Take your time getting there. Don't rush. We'll meet back in our cross-legged seat. Sit up tall. Drop the shoulders down. We'll end our practice, hands together at heart center, bowing to one another, the big picture. Thank you so much for sharing your time, your energy. Namaste.